Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So after this crazy week that Bitcoin pumped and then dumped, we are around 26,000 US dollar and the market is consolidating and the fear is increasing if further drop will come. My name is Biden Claire from CorionX and from the CryptoMinds Global movement. I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video is a financial advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and make your decisions based on your research. So guys, smash those like, push the bell and notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those likes is helping out the YouTube algorithm, so appreciate all your likes and let's go check out our favorite bubble chart. So as you see, Bitcoin is plus minus zero, almost Ethereum the same, and now trading at 26,000, Ethereum at 1640. We see few altcoins are in green, but not so many, and few is dumping like Rune and Rollbit, but they pumped really well in the past few weeks. And Gala is dropping like a hell because Gala co-founders are suing each other on court, so there is something that they are not agree on. So this consolidation will last not forever. I think today in the US there is a bank holiday, so not too much happening will be in the US hours, but we'll see. Let's check out our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index. Let's see. We are at 40 in the fear zone, so this is we are here almost 2 weeks. And just as investors are not so hungry for new risks. So let's go and check out our first news that analysts predict tough September as Bitcoin falters after ETF delay. So September is typically a down month for BTC and the slow-moving SEC, rising deficit and uncertain Fed, and things don't look so good. This is all the combination that everybody expects. Everybody expects a red September, but we'll see. Maybe at the end we will have a green candle, but that would be really funny. August final trading day saw Bitcoin give up its gains Thursday on, so that actually we closed also August in a minus 11%. Even in 2021, during the final upward leg on the last bull cycle, Bitcoin lost 7% in September, only to gain 40% the following months. Times are different now. However, in September 2021, bond yields were around 1.5%. The S&P 500 was up a whopping 40% year to date. Risk sentiment was high, and BTC had already gained over 60% since early January. The Federal Reserve is scheduled to release its next interest rate decision on September 20th. Along with the central bank's summary of economic projections, markets are currently pricing in 93% probability that the Fed will opt for another pause and keep interest rates where they are, around 5.25%. So 5.25% still real huge. And also mortgage interest rates, I think it's about 7%, and many people giving back their houses because they cannot afford to pay these mortgages. Since inflation exploded last year, the Fed has been more closely focused on the so-called super core inflation rate, which is core services, PC, less housing. Crypto investors should also keep an eye on the growing US budget deficits. Chance advised an increased deficit means more debt issuance, but with lower global demand for American government debt and the central bank that's trying to cut its balance sheet holdings, buyers could be in short supply. So guys, but the more debt was released in 2020 March during the COVID lockdown, and these some part of these debts should be renewed next year. And I'm sure that we will see lower interest rates and some quantitative easing to have this debt refinance. And that will be a next catalyst for crypto, because then the market will turn bullish as more liquidity is flooding in. True, the Fed could be encouraged to change its strategy in case of urgent need, in which case we would be back to the money printing days of 2020, 2021. Actually, this is what I said. Next piece of news is Bitcoin chart highlights 24,700 US dollar as analyst says nothing has changed. Bitcoin has neither broken out nor down. Actually, just freaking out among most of the traders. BTC price weekly close puts 25,900 in focus. Okay, so volatility in terms of market structure yet to see a candle body close below June higher low on 25,900. So we are there and we are closing the week as I'm recording this video within few hours. So okay, so if there will be a higher low or a lower low, that's significant. So skew reference the higher low below 25,000 with 25,900 as the key line in the sand to reclaim this week. This is important because if 1 week close is below and price trades this area as resistance early into next week, that would imply a move lower towards previous 1 week resistance 24,300. So this is the chart that we should look into it. So if Bitcoin would close below 25,900, that would make a lower low, and that it's not healthy for the further direction. Bitcoin paradise threat remains. So on the first day of September, monthly candle volatility continues as traders who seem to have forgotten the trend is your friend and clinging on the hopium and fighting over BS narratives that fit their bias. The reality is nothing has changed because neither a breakout nor a breakdown has been technically confirmed or invalidated. Repeating an existing theory, Allen continued that 24,750 was the support zone to watch Bitcoin paradise. So below that there is a bearish movement if we will go there, and this is a heat map that indicating that we have some nice volumes waiting to boat up. Cool. Next piece of news is, and check out our next news, that Binance CEO CZ forecasts DeFi outgrowing CeFi in the next bull run. Okay, why? That was X Spaces on Twitter, and CZ shared their thoughts on the future of DeFi. I think the more decentralized the industry becomes, the better, he declared, adding that it may not be long before it takes over CeFi trading volumes. DeFi is the future. The volume is somewhere between 5% to 10% of CeFi volumes, which is not small, right? The next bull run may very well make DeFi bigger than CeFi. So CeFi is centralized finance like Binance and Coinbase and other centralized exchanges, and DeFi is decentralized finance. Cool. What else do we have? CZ further shared his perspective that recent dismissal of lawsuit against the decentralized protocol Uniswap. The Uniswap thing was extremely positive, extremely reasonable, logical and clear. So that was very good. So the court said that Uniswap is cannot be fault because some scam tokens are listing themselves on Uniswap. They now sue the Uniswap defendants, hoping that this court might overlook the fact that the current state of cryptocurrency regulation leaves them without recourse. Okay. So developers writing code, that code is free speech, so the development is really good, CZ stated. Okay. DeFi projects in 2022 increased with, yes, so it can increase with time. Okay, cool. Next piece of news is China. Very important news from China. China court declares virtual asset legal properties protected by law, according to report. Despite a blanket ban on cryptocurrencies imposed by Beijing in 2021, many Chinese courts over the years has established that virtual asset holders have property rights. Okay, so they acknowledge that virtual assets have economic attributes and thus can be classified as property, recorded a local daily in China. The report also added suggestions to deal with crimes involving virtual assets and noted that since the money or property involved in the case cannot be confiscated, it should be based on the unification of criminal and civil law. China imposed a blanket ban on all crypto-related activities and banned foreign crypto exchanges from offering their services to mainland customers. Okay, China's hostile stance against Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies has been a long drawn one. However, over the past few years, the government seems to have softened its stance. This was evident from the rise in China's Bitcoin mining share, which dropped to zero post-blanket ban, but rose to take the second spot within a year. So, and also, guys, Hong Kong, what is actually, let's say, West China or a gate to China, is becoming a crypto hub. So next, former SEC chair says spot Bitcoin ETF approval is inevitable despite delays. An approval is inevitable, said Clayton. We will listen it on my Twitter feed. Okay, so Clayton echoed that U.S. Court of Appeals Circuit Judge Naomi Rao, who along with the two other judges ordered the SEC to review asset manager Grayscale applications to convert its Bitcoin ETF GBTC Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF. Rao said that the SEC had already approved BTC futures ETF and suggested Grayscale's offering was materially similar. So almost similar. Next piece of news is BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, the seventh application delayed by the SEC on August 31st. Yes. BlackRock's filing outlined the value of the shares in removing obstacles represented by the complexities and operational burdens involved in a direct investment in Bitcoin. The ETF delay came after cryptocurrency asset manager Grayscale Investment petitioned to have an SEC decision overturned that had originally denied the listing of its over-the-counter Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So that's happened last week. So the delay, which allows the SEC another 45 days following publications in the Federal Register to approve, deny, or delay the BlackRock application again, puts the next deadline on October 17, and also other 6 spot ETF applications will be the next. AdamB says Bitcoin could explode to 200 trillion market cap by 2032. So it's almost 9 years. He said this in February this year. Early this year, I was curious of the claim Bitcoin 2x per year on average. It checks the decade in 2013 to December 2022. Bitcoin went up 2x per year, 1,200x in a decade. If that continues, we will cross 10 million and 10 million per Bitcoin and 200 trillion market cap by the end of the next two halvings, about 9 years. 200 trillion is a half Finney 2009 Bitcoin market cap prediction number. It's a lot. This places a significant part of the store of value permissions in bonds, real estate, monetary premium, gold, 60 to 40 stock portfolios, etc. Something adoption will slow, derivatives reduce volatility. Also bear in mind, Bitcoin doesn't have to absorb anywhere near 100 trillion to reach that market cap due to relative thin trading and hodl cold store investors. If Bitcoin really gets moving, it will become harder to get anyone to sell, have to pry it out of their cold wallets. Given the volatility, I think Bitcoin can overshoot widely and tap into these 100 and 300 trillion market caps, correct, and then regain a steadier adoption over time. I suspect people with average entry points relative to the current price won't have much incentive to sell in size. Yeah, so maybe that will happen, but let's see something new from this Bitcoin OG bets surprising some on BTC hitting 100,000 before the halving. So AdamB just did it recently, and he made a bet that Bitcoin will reach 100,000 before Bitcoin's halving in 2024. So not this year, but 2024 April. Okay, so he made this bet on Twitter, and who is losing will pay the 100,000 to the winner. Next piece of news is trader doubles down on Bitcoin exploding by over 150% this year to hit a new all-time high, but there is a catch. Credible Crypto says this, and he tweeted that the last move from 18,000 to 60,000 took 2 months to play out. We have 4 months to go from 28,000 to 70,000 now. It's a move of the same magnitude, around 40,000, with twice as much time still available to do this year. Would I have liked to have seen a major move up started by now? Absolutely. What does it mean that we haven't yet? Simply that the consolidation prior to that big move is taking longer, but we know that the longer the consolidation, the more aggressive the expansion, so it doesn't necessarily push our timeline back. If in 2 months from now we are still sitting at current levels and have not made a major break from the consolidation, then I myself would be much more doubtful of a new high hits a year. But this, with 4 months to go, still it wouldn't be logical for me to toss my thesis out the window when we have data that shows a move of this magnitude is absolutely still possible. We'll see. Guys, let me know in the comment section, do you believe that Bitcoin will reach a new all-time high this year or not? So guys, let's go and check out my Twitter feed. Definitely follow me at MIKLOS on Twitter, and also follow Corion platform and laserpunk_gods, our NFT launchpad projects. The former SEC chair says the Bitcoin spot is inevitable. Let's listen this.
I'm not there, and I'm not going to have that kind of, I do this, he would do that. What I have said is, as this has developed, it is clear that Bitcoin is not a security. It is clear that Bitcoin is something that retail investors want access to, that institutional investors want access to. And importantly, some of our most trusted providers who are fiduciaries or have duties of best interest want to provide this product to the retail public. So I think, as Anthony...
Okay, so Bitcoin is not a security, and banks and fiduciaries and investment companies want to provide this product to the market. Unlimited fiat, only 21 million Bitcoin, and this is the national debt with unlimited supply and not backing and centrally controlled. Bitcoin has fixed supply backed by energy. No one can control it. So give a huge like and share this. I like this chart. Redividing of the crypto cake. James Stratton says that SEC will give BlackRock the green light to the spot ETF once Binance dies or gives up significant spot exposure. So this is how they are redividing the market. And this is the Tesla S and Tesla X prices this year going down. So better to wait if you want to buy a Tesla Crypto is the only way to make generational wealth. Check this out. We have this chart here, and then you can check this, that generational wealth distribution, Gen X, baby boomers, so silent generations and millennials, they are just taking some momentum, but as we are going forward, they will get this and they will use Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto in their portfolio. The world's first largest asset firm, 4.2 trillion in assets, just released an investment thesis for Ethereum. Ethereum as aspiring money, as a store of value, as a yield-bearing asset. TradeFi, traditional finance, is waking up to Ethereum and DeFi. So definitely check this Ethereum investment thesis. This is huge. I think we can download it somehow from Fidelity. Hopefully, we'll see if we can download it. Cool. Give a like and share. Tim Draper's timeline of Bitcoin predictions. You can check this thread from Crypto News Alerts, and you can check this. Tim Draper paid almost 19 million for 29,600 Bitcoin confiscated from Silk Road with a US Marshal Service auction. Long-term hodlers supply reaching new highs, as we see on this chart, that long-term hodlers that they are not selling, they are still accumulating, and this is how it is. And this is the Bitcoin short-term hodlers. So short-term holders are exhausted. Give a like and share. Best Bitcoin meme, Eva, edited by a girl. Watch this if you like this. Big news from China. China declares virtual asset like Bitcoin and crypto are legal properties. Definitely give a like and share this. Analyses about pump coins. Be careful with the pump coins, but you can find few pump coins and analysis in this. I answered to Elon Musk. He asked what I would do if he would give me $1 million US. My answer is I would buy Bitcoin, a Tesla, then take it to the moon. Give a like and share. Bitcoin RSI is still oversold, close to take off. This is the relative strength index of Bitcoin, and this is the time, how many months we do have left until the halving, and we see some similarities before going up. The RSI is going up. We have some pullbacks. Cool. Okay, yes. We closed August in red, and we will see if we can close September in green or in red. But then, even if we close September in red, we need a huge green candle in October. So guys, let's go and check out our farms. Go to PancakeSwap, provide some liquidity in CorionX BNB pair, and lock up your LPs and earn a juicy APRs on our farm. And also let's join our Telegram channel and be sure that you are following us on Twitter. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and see you in the next video. Have an amazing week. Bye bye.